I was gonna should have added them in. I didn't realize how big of a difference it's gonna make with flowers, but and then I decided to put flowers here, and then I got work out with the Warriors. So we're gonna make again. It's a one pack there, one there, and then we're gonna put a farm there and a farm this village because the village is gonna be about that big. It's not gonna be that big, and it can't be bigger than this. Um, so yeah, and then we're gonna also probably name one after the next thing. We're gonna name both of these villages. Um, so if you weren't here last episode, I'll give you a tour around. So this is just the small, poor, I would say poor, but houses with where they live. We usually have like one bed in each house, but I decided to make it free because this isn't. I didn't realize how big this building was going to be. So yeah. And then, as I said, so then because each village has to have three resources of food. So this is pigs. Um, this is also part of add-on which allows carrots, and it's good because that means you can put the carrots in there. Um, and then this is obviously the shear area for the sheep. Um, and then you got some tools here there. This is again where the carts go because this is a big area. This is horses here. This is some storage area. I think you get the sheep. Um, then you go. This here is just like a back section, more carts, and then this here is the emu or the ostrich section. And then I then this cart. This is more tools here. Again, I don't know things for tools. This is the market section, and also this is such a market section here slash bar area or bar building and armory. So this is the armory section. Armory saw this market jobs where where you would have soldiers with beds up here. It's not meant to be comfy. It's meant to be practical. And then this is the bar. So I have a door entrance here, but I made it like this so the villagers can't get out, but I can get in. So this is the kitchen here. And then there's an add-on which allows to have this, which is a juicing. So if you get an empty mug, you can put in there, which is just pumpkin juice or juice. I like it looks like beer. This here is a stopping thing, so villagers can't actually, well, they can get out there, but they decide not to. It's a bit weird. So we're just going to leave that. They like to be in there. And then this over here is just a stable area for horses when they come into the market. So, but today we're going to get this done. So we just got to put. I want to leave that there because I actually like that. I don't like it, with one thing. We could do that thing too if we really wanted to, but I think we might do it. I forgot to put this section over here, but we will finish this off. So once we get this done, we'll concentrate on this and the village, get that done, and then I'll do this off screen. All we're doing is just add a ton of thing, weeds and all that on here. It's going to take a bit, but I think, this whole section is something I'll do off screen. So if it's involved with specifically the villages, like farms involved his own villages, so I do them on screen, but the thing off screen. I am thinking about building a building here because it's a big open air. I think it's perfect for building. I'm thinking about using the windmill actually in the game, which offers. But the only thing I don't like is that it's pretty small, and let's say if I put let me just if I put it there, it's cool, but it doesn't render in at all until about it stops from there, and it will look ugly. So I'm gonna put that there, but I want to put like again, just this is annoying. So if I do this, ugh, do that, and put it there, we can make the wind things bigger, and then we can put that behind it. So when you come over, you still hear this sound, so it feels like a windmill still. That's what we're gonna do. And it's all the same with the water wheel. We're gonna do the water wheel. So it's still the idea is that I don't. It's not moving, but if we put it there, it will feel like to have the sound still. So yeah, so that's our plan. So yeah, so we'll start with fields, that the village, and our farm there, and I'll do this off screen and I'll show off once I'm done it. So yeah, it's gonna. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. Pretty simple. So we need to do. So we need to work out something. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need, is that? Give me this. I'm gonna do this. Okay. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So what we'll do is, as I said, do that, and then we'll do. I don't. We're gonna do again the probably the at least we need to do carrots and wheat because they have um animals, so they need something to feed the animals. So we need carrots and wheat. It's I need it, and then we'll yeah. So where's the carrots? Oh, because all these foods here, these vegetables are actually like things which I can plant in. So I'm not too concerned. What look at these seeds? You got a ton of seeds here. So I want to put 3 unique seeds in, but I need to put the things in and seeds in which actually feeds animals they have. Because if we don't, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna do something here. I'm just gonna put that there, that there. There we go. So then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I don't know. Shouldn't I? There we go. So much better. Sometimes it's very hard to see if the wall's actually in the because even though these fields aren't as big, which I don't mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. One, two. Got to do 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down here, and then I'll. Yeah, because the other farms were building up really disefficient. They really messed up when I was building them. I was meant to get like 8, you know. So 1, 2, 3. Then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 4. There's that. Now I'm probably best just to build it like generally there. One, two, three, 4. Again, we'll do something like that. So that means that gets. Right, we go with a 4. We go all the way down because I know this will reach. How have I missed that? I'm just gonna we'll do like this, and then we're gonna have to put like odd, um, water bits to finish the rest. But I am gonna get a really straight up good setup. Um, really good setup. Yeah, put more phone on charge, guys. Um, let me do one, four. You wanna have fun fact? It's actually the what's it? Oh, what's it? There's a YouTube channel called Foreign Nations. It's a really good YouTube channel. And go and watch it. It's a really good YouTube channel. The hypocrisy of Islam is a lot more bigger than you think. Like I don't know what country it was. It was actually they did a survey, and actually people who actually believe in Islam is only like 32% out of 100%. So that's like 68% hypocrisy in well, most people think, oh, it's only going down in Western. No, it's not. It's actually disappearing in Muslim countries as well. And then so then what we do is just come back like uh, but I'm listening to a YouTube channel. This guy just said that Allah is a father in some sense, metaphorical sense, apparently. It's weird, like what he says in the Quran that he's the father in no sense, no any sense. But for some reason, they say he's a father in some sort of sense, and then it's like, well, then Allah's wrong. It's like that simple. It's either Allah's not a father in any sense, what he says, or he is in a sense and he's wrong. That's legit it. And then we're just gonna do. Oh, I probably it's probably better doing that. Back there needs to be. I'm gonna go and have a break. 'Cause I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back. So I'm just hoping that doesn't turn off. If it does, I'm sorry, guys, because I don't know if it'll turn off the thing. So I'll be back. I just got to go to the bathroom. All right. But we do have this fill done, so it's done. So next fill will be there and there. All right. That fill will be probably the wheat, and that won't be the wheat. We need the biggest fill to be the wheat, because we got pigs that eat carrots, but then we got sheep and ostrich, but ostrich eat seeds, and yeah, get seeds from wheat. So that's why we're going to make the biggest food. Oh, I'm back, guys. So, because once we build the four kingdoms, um, um, because again, as I said, I will get this and redo it on World Painter and change this whole terrain up for fun, which is going to look way more better in the trees. So all this will be changed. It will. I always get things. I'll get the map, and then from there, we will um, get. The kingdom's going to take a long time, guys. I'm not joking. It's going to take a long time. So the time when we get to the kingdom, we'll have the setup, and I'll able to get all the mods and that. We do 1, 2, 3, 4. We could do one with a pumpkin field. That might be not a bad idea. Mm. I do wish they increase the size of the um water or the increase the size of what the water plants. I wish they did get pet blocks. So much easier. Yeah. Let's understand. So in context, when I'm watching this guy saying in the Bible that they got God allowed the killing of children and the rape of little girls. I don't know where he's getting that from. I've heard that, although we should get it from what Deuteronomy, something like that, where they misinterpret it and change the words. The other one, yeah, he did allow killing of kids. I think it was a bear or animal he allowed. But people don't realize is that the reason why he did it is because he knew something which we didn't know. But at the same time, it's like, again, if I see children and I know they're going to do something really bad and I know they're not going to go, and I know that they're not going to go to heaven, and I see a bear or animal is going to kill them, man, it was like 40 children. I'm not gonna be like, I want to save them and then save them from the bear and then save them, but in turn of me saving them, they're going to end up in hell because they're not going to choose me, but I know they're not going to choose me, or I know they're not going to turn to me. So it's rather that I save them and then let them go astray, or I let the bear kill them and then they go to heaven. Because it's still, again, it's not forcing it with the bad choice. But like rape, I don't know. Again, I've like heard of them do on me, but they claim he allowed it because it's like they allowed the girl. I think it's because there's a virgin. There is one where he said virgins. They interpret it as a little girl, but it's not. If you actually read before that, it's actually talking about. They actually tells you it was a sexual plague. So they had to kill all. They had the only ones which they knew which were actually didn't have the sexual plague was the virgins, because the only way you could get it is by sex. So if they didn't have sex, they knew they didn't have it. But if the ones who did have it, and again, it get have it, they couldn't let them come back um, at all. And so it's like, and then I was saying too, the reason why they had to kill the women is because if they didn't kill them, one, the spray would play, but two, they would probably, in those times, things happen today did happen back then too. So it's like, but yeah, that's why I heard it. But so he'll bring it up. He's going to bring something up, but it's probably just going to be like a thing talking about, what they had to do after the battle, but just a save rate thing. So I mean that it's not the same thing of Aish, not the Aisha, but there was a woman in there that's described as 3 years old, or well, not three, but they claim she's three because Isaac was 47. He married her when she was about 3 years old, but that's not true. It doesn't say that. It talks about the ages of thing, and but does it describe the age they get married. He just describes Sing's age, and then Vega describes her age, but it doesn't give an actual age in a sense. It actually just gives. Um, oh yeah, that's right. Because they work out how I think it's how old Isaac. I'm not about wrong, but Isaac, and then they work out where she was born, and they go from that. Oh, she was 3 years old because it says that he married her, but it doesn't describe. It doesn't describe him marrying after instantly. It just says he marries her, and then they say, oh, you'd be like, oh, there you go. She married at 3 years old. It's like, no, because that's what they do. That's what they're trying to do. They try and put things in which aren't. What actually happens is that it describes her having children before she even gets married to Isaac, but also describes her as, watering the camels and that. Now I think there's like another Zach one too. I don't remember specifically, but yeah, it's sad because it's putting something in the Bible which the Bible doesn't actually say. Mine said, I'm listening to it. It's really annoying. You know what really always makes me laugh, or makes me laugh a bit, is ads for sports, but the sports really isn't that intense. It's like AFL. It's not really. I don't find it intense at all. I find it a bit boring, to be honest. Same as cricket. Cricket, I don't mind watching, but again, I don't watch it for entertainment. I watch it for like the highlights, or just it's like something keeps me calm. I like watching things which keep me like which that's the thing. Like things which people watch. Like specifically, I'm more like a lay down person, so I like to watch things which are laid down bad because it make it help because it's like I don't know it's. See, I'm laid back, my brain's very calm, and in fast, intense things, I don't really enjoy watching, because all the noise and that. But things like cricket, I don't mind. Okay. So in context, what he's doing is going that did Allah, he said that did Allah, believe in Noah, and then he said did Allah, did Allah do a flood, and then he's like, and then if he did, well, then he killed children, so that's not a standard. But yeah, that's the thing. Like people think, like yes, it's sad when children die, but the main point is that God. The reason why God in the Bible really don't consider, well, if you look at it, He allows children die. He allows children to die, but also does Himself. And the reason why He's not like this thing, if the main reason why He's didn't why this thing, the question where like with mainly what you hear from first is that they can't handle why God would kill children and that yeah all the and then it's like well it's simple. Um, Jesus answers that question. He says specifically um that the heaven belongs to the little ones, and then he goes on who harms them should be should be it's better for them to have a noose around their neck tide when then Ned can chuck into the river. So it's pretty clear that children is like something which, if God has to do something like Noah, he's not going to be concerned about children because he knows that they'll go to him. He knows that they'll be, they'll think like it's sort of thing um like it's sort of like the thing yeah same thing with Jesus. Like those children, he knew they would go to um heaven. Um, so he's like, it's either he stops it. So I mean, like, it's very different to people of certain age. Like, I would say that. And another thing, people think it's like specifically children. No, it's about awareness. That's the main difference. Children at that age, 13 or 12, don't have awareness. Even at sometimes at 16, example, like here needs like if it was a story of this woman, she was sexually abused for like how long, like years by her father, but when she didn't even know it wasn't normal until she actually went to her friend's place and then she saw how their family treated her. So that's the thing, like even like if a 16-year-old dies with homosexual thing, there is a chance they won't um thing because they won't have awareness and they won't have the awareness of what's wrong, what's right. And this is the thing, so but it's but like the main reason why Christians really, we really say children are always there is because their awareness. But the problem is, and this is the thing, if it's just children, the problem is children can still commit horrific acts. You know what I mean? So it's like, um, you know, and then another thing here is that when, look at Nigeria, what's happening in Nigeria, and, those, it's sad, but I was saying to is people might why they could stop it in the ways to let people do. Simple because he knows where they're going to go. He knows where they're going to go. They're going to get it. So I mean, it's like, if you were like a god, if you were, if you're in God's position, and if you had to do something to change dramatically, and then you see children, and you're like, and then there's afterlife, and then you'd be like, okay, if I let them leave, they're going to be more trouble. If I kill them now, they'll come to me. They'll be safe. And this is the thing that Noah's Ark is that he did it because the people who didn't deserve it, or what to say, the people who um um sorry, the people who got punished for it, and the people who died in that process, like children or babies and that, they aren't getting punished because the thing people think, punishment, but no, punishment is something which you do. Anything which someone does, they'll be punished for in that judgment. So if you die by someone, like say, but if so it's hard to explain, but it's like it baffles me why Christians, for sake God, of where God allows children to die or when it allows Christians to die, it baffles me. It's sad, but it baffles me. It does really baffle me. I mean, I really don't know where he's getting this thing from. He's saying it, but it's not meant to represent in the verse, and I'm pretty sure I know why. It's a shame so long. I hate when it's big builds. This is what I like think, but like this is the good thing. I could just make this all wheat and not worry about it. But again, I want to make this survival friendly, so I want it to where I can, we can have, we can play with, I can play with you guys, and you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Um, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I can bring that one this way. Overwhelm's been harder, but that's a meme. I thought it'd be harder, but it's not. And what I mean by is that when I do this on just a normal world with the add-ons, it glitches out. But for some reason, when I do this on Realms, this is the reason why I really had to do it on Realms, because if I did this not on Realms, it would glitch out every like for half an hour to an hour. No, no, no. Oh my goodness, I'm so done. Oh, do that in there. One, two, three, four. Then I'll. And then we'll do one now. You know, a fun fact with the main difference between actually the Bible and the Quran. The Quran, Allah made the Allah. It seems like Allah, like God didn't create hell for humans. He never did. He created for the angels who rebelled against him. But we decided to rebel against him. That's why we go there. But Islam, I'm pretty sure I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Islam's completely different. It's like I'm pretty sure it's correct. We do let's do here. So one, two, three. The reason I'm doing that is because that means when we go down there we can I me do need. Okay, we're gonna do. We'll just do bell pepper. No, I'm just gonna close my eyes and pick one. What do I do? Oh, I missed. Missed it completely. We'll just do this one. Maybe we've still got like 3 other things we can put in. It is a bit different. They have like a slab base, so and if I put fences there, they'll, be weird. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm so stupid. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay. 3, 4. Okay, I want to do that. Okay. I want to see what this looks like when it's fully going. Oh, it takes so long. Oh, okay. So that's what it looks like. Oh my goodness. This actually, I kind of wish I made this weight, not. Oh, no, actually, no, no, actually, I'm glad I didn't make it big. It's actually, I thought it just seems bigger, but it's not bigger than that one. Now, I want to do something because it's a really easy way for actually to work it out or get the crops to go faster. The add-on which adds butterfly, there's two add-ons that add butterflies, which got like you got this one, moths, butterflies. This here is part of the add-on where of the cave one. So I don't mind that. Multiple butterflies, don't mind at all. And then this here is actually cool thing here is this is the spider egg. So that's a part of the new biome which has been added again. But there is something which I want to do. There's egg, it's butterfly egg. No, butterfly, 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 butterfly. Where, where, it's, try to find it. Oh, I can't find it. But yeah, this add-on, the add-on adds butterflies, which which is like the sort of bees, except bees use flowers to get honey. Butterflies use flowers actually which to bone meal the actual crops, which is quite cool. Bye. Okay, I'll just stick along the expected, but it's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking good. This here, I genuinely don't want to do. I'm thinking about I could put another massive fill on here, or I could flatten it out and actually put flowers. I might do. Um, so Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh my goodness, I realize I've done, guys. Oh my goodness, I'm so stupid. Well, we won't talk. Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? There. Right. 'So I'm gonna start now. This guy's giving reasons, and he said the Quran, so it's pretty much the Quran. That's it. There's actually no evidence, just the because of the Quran. One, two, three, four. Go do that because that's stuff up the actual. I'm saying one that's in there is just actually straight demonic. Like the stupidity on this person is actually demonic. No joke. But there's like you don't realize there's actually a certain stupidly demonic. And Muslims always match the top tier, besides Jews, but male Muslims. But you could, but the Quran says that Allah is not Father in any sense. But then they'll, and then you say that to them, and then they'll say, "Oh no, he's in a sense." Like it's stupidity. They go against the Quran, but they don't realize it because they're so stupid. And that's what I mean. It's like so dark. Okay. Right. So this one's done. This field's done. I really don't know what. I really want to put something here, but I just don't know what. I don't want to put another field because I do want to put a building. So I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to put a building here. So I want to do that here. I want to make it out of the same materials over here, but it's just why I do it. Boom. Okay. Same idea, but the difference is I'm going to also make it like another building connected to it. This is gonna be like an office building. Okay, I'm just all right. So we're gonna do. Don't need to be. It doesn't need to be unique or massive unique. That's all it needs. That, that, that. I could do. Yeah. So if you're wondering, because I'm listening to this, the guys talking about buckets. So the buckets are some which they added in to fix up things which contradict each other. It's quite sad. That's like them making the Bible, doing the Bible, getting the Bible right, and then for some reason they decide to do like make it like um. I think three will be great because I want to add like a thing out back here, which is gonna. And then so gonna what? Maybe if I do, I'll just do this. I think doing this will be fine. And then I can do like a back bit here. Yeah. This is like one of the. I'm going to put villager here, but the difference is I'm going to put torches, make sure this area here is pretty lit, but also I'm going to make sure the villagers are in there, in here, but I want to put at least three, or no, one. And the idea is that this, it'll be like where you're going, order your horse, or, thing. I was going to put a windmill here, but I don't think this is necessary, you know what I mean? Because naturally, realistically, because I want realism, but also I don't want to take away from the Minecraft feel, but also I don't want to take away from the Minecraft mechanics. So to make bread, you don't need a windmill in Minecraft. To make flour, you do. Then this is why I like to add on because if I'm, I mean, so and this I mean like the main difference about this is the villagers. I'm not going to make it where they can make things. I'm just putting food which they can use just to eat more. That's the same with that. But if we look at what I can do with Craft Web specifically for, so we get this right, the craft table. I can actually look at what you need to be making. Um, no, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna do it. So if I get just say the food. So with this one, add on, it's specifically with it. I got all this here, but the main thing which I have is this. Some of this is just not really realistic in the term of it, but you know. But the point is that all this here, which I can make, needs other ingredients with. That's what it needs. That's the thing point. So like the kingdom will have a ton of it, a ton of different types of crops. Mm. 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 Alright, what am I doing? Yeah, it's saving that down. Yeah. All right. Oh my goodness. No. Oh my goodness. So this guy's what the reason I don't know why I'm commentating on this, but I'll watch this later. But the guy's saying that that Mahaymin is dominant, but it's not. Mahaymin means guardian in Arabic. That's what it means, guardian. So when you got all these verses saying the Quran's Mahaymin over it, it's just saying guardian. That's it. It's not saying the previous scriptures are corrupted or another. It's just saying it's a guardian. Um, I think it's the Quran is guarding or the previous scriptures are guarding. I don't specifically remember. I know, but what he's saying is wrong. It's saying that Hamin means um, dominant. It doesn't. It means guardian. So yeah. So if you are talking to um, if you are going to go and talk to Muslims, just keep that in your check that because there's a high chance they'll use that lie. Or they don't know if it's a lie, but maybe they don't know if it's a lie, but most of the time they do. But they're not dominant or where what if they say it means other than guardian, they're lying or they're wrong. But the thing which I don't get is that I don't know why Muslims when they're talking to Muslims, the guys go they usually go, oh, let me go back to my teacher. But the thing is, it's like if I was out in a Muslim, because I'm going to go and do that. Muslim, if they say to me, "Oh, I'll go and speak to my teacher," I'll be like, "Okay," and I'll be like, and then I'll say to them this: "Who told you it? Who's been teaching you this?" Because I guarantee they'll say their teacher, and then the problem is, answer me, if you let them get back to their teacher, they'll lie to them again. And the problem is that they'll believe the lies over you because there's a teacher. And so I mean, you don't need a teacher. You don't need. It's good having a teacher, but you shouldn't be relying on your teacher. You should be relying on what your scripture says. And that's why it just seems like most Muslims do. They rely on their teacher, and then they keep going to their teacher, keep going to their teacher, and it doesn't work. But the point is that there's so many cases where I've seen where they are questioning it, and then they go to their teacher, and then the teacher gives them the answer, then they never question it again. It baffles me. And then and then there's people being so indoctrinated to be so stupid, they will actually tell other Muslims, "Oh, don't talk to this guy." You know what I mean? If you go to Muslims and don't try and be knowledgeable at all, because I won't get my name out there. I actually won't specifically try and get my name out there. There will happen where it will be out there, and I can't really sing it out. But the point is that as soon as you get your name out there, you can't like you as a normal person. I could go into a mosque and just have a mic because I'm going to have a mic. They say you can't record, so I just have a mic on me. That's it. I have a recorder to see what they say and see if they're lying. But I'll have a recorder, and then as soon as I get outside, I'll just start filming. I've like a cameraman and be like, "Mate, you film outside." As soon as I come in, you start filming outside. And what I do is and that's what I do. I'll just go there because I guarantee you, um, they'll lie to you. And this is the thing is to do. This is not this thing you do. Is that they Christianity is one religions. One is one of the only religion which doesn't actually feel in the sense of. Don't worry, it can be welcoming, but in the sense of um, Christianity is like the only one where it's like how to say. See, in Islam, you can work your way to heaven. In Islam, you don't know you're going to go to heaven, but you can. That's the whole point. It's not like a faith-based thing. There's claim it is, but it's really not. And so, what happens is that they try and welcome you, and that's the main thing which they do. They try and welcome you, um, by being nice to you, but that's only to deceive. Like, trust me, it's only to deceive. Like example, in Australia, and just don't get me wrong, it sucks. But there in Australia, you got Muslim men marrying girls, and the woman. And don't get me wrong, it's like annoying, but people don't realize that the women sell their children off. But the reason they do it is because it's probably happened to them too. That's why it's probably happened to them too. Like child marriage is just it's norm in some cultures, but the main one is definitely Islam. But that's the thing, people be like, and that's another thing too is the reason why there's so many horrific cases of homosexual trafficking, which happens in Islam, Muslim countries, and and what I mean by that, it's the reason why it's bad is because, well, look at what happened in England with the vape gangs now. That's horrible, but they'll get to the point where they're going to try and bring some um um one of them where they'll try and take one of the victims to Pakistan. And one of the victims said that there wasn't just English girls, there was also Pakistan. I mean, Pakistan is probably one of the most, like, is probably one of the highest, other than India. India is pretty bad. India's a rape problem. But the problem is, it happens, the raping, like, these things happen. But if you look, what I mean is that if you look at studies which show Western countries before immigration of sexual assaults. It's still there, but it's like a very low. Like, I mean, it's very like, for example, sexual assaults only happen around 1 to 100 before immigration in Australia, and now it doesn't. And then if you look at the cases, the majority of people who are actually doing these sort of acts are actually immigration. That's what happens in immigration. And so, and then you look at, well, it's weird. Like, if you look at immigration, and the thing is, that it all comes from Islamic countries. All the perpetrators, majority of perpetrators come from Muslim countries. And I'm not trying this to be racist, but it's facts. If we look at it, actually, they all come from. Look at when the rape, when the grooming gangs started to happen. There they the majority of them were Muslim, and the reason, and you might be, oh, Islam doesn't teach that. It does. What I mean by is that Muslims are allowed to Muslims are allowed. See, in Islam, in Christianity, you have to go through like the source ceremony and all this and get married and all that. But in Islam, they just got to sign a document, or they just got to claim that they're married to them. They're married. So realistically, Muslim men can actually go in, and this is why the grooming game was mainly Pakistani, Afghanistan Muslims, because they actually can just kidnap a woman, claim that they're, saying that, claim that to Allah, I'm married to this woman, without her consent, then allow to kidnap her, do anything they want to her, and in Allah's eyes, in the Quran's eyes, they are justified. In the Bible, they aren't justified, and in the law, they aren't justified, but in the Quran, they are justified. And that's the thing which people don't realize, is that because it's justified. You can't, that's what I mean. And then you look at, England or the UK, is that a rape is like reported every 52 seconds, something like that. But it's not like it used to be the safest. Now it's became the most unsafest. I'm not doing this to be rude, or no, I'm not doing this. I'm not to be mean, and I'm just not sugarcoating. It's actually one of the most dangerous places in the world. They claim it's safe, but they're doing that to protect Muslims. That's it. If you look at immigration, and you look at the laws, blasphemy laws, you can't. There's laws. There's no laws against Muslims attacking Christianity or hate speaking Christianity, but there's always laws about Christians about hate speaking on Muslims, and it's like you can't have that double standard. But it happens all the time. We look at Islam. Islam's the biggest double standard of all. Islam, you can't criticize. Women can't criticize Muhammad, otherwise she'll get molested, she'll get killed, she'll be forced married. If she criticizes, she'll be abused. If she's still Muslim. If she's not still Muslim, that sucks will happen, or she'll be killed because of apostasy. But because they can't criticize the religion at all, or they can't criticize Muhammad. And then if you look at, and then at the same time, they are allowed to spit on you, kick you, allowed to molest you. They're allowed to they can do anything they want to you, because they are allowed to humiliate, belittle, and people be like, that's humiliate and belittle is just a term for a sign of disrespect. And I'm sorry, molesting, forced married, murder, rape, and all that is a sign of humiliation, and I can't say the word for it, but and also a sign of just this is what I mean, and this is what happens all the time because they're allowed to do that. And they'll be like, just fine. Be like, oh, it doesn't say that. But you said, no. If you say to someone, you can humiliate them and give no specific bounds on it, that means anything's, yeah, that means, like, if I said to someone, I want you to go and disrespect that person, and they say to me, how do you want me to disrespect? I said, it doesn't matter, just disrespect. That's giving them the idea and giving them the allowance to do anything, so any sign of disrespect. And that can be that can be murder, torture, anything like that. He was said to anything, um, anything. And that's the exact same with the Quran. And that's what happens all the time. If you look at the X, there's a whole X account of people in Muslim countries living a double life. They go out to be Muslim, they do the prayer, but when they come home, they're not actually thing and stuff like. And they talk about their stories. You got actual regimes and all that, going cyber regimes and all that, actually tracking that and actually tracking them down and killing them. And the news don't report on this at all. And then you got all these delusional people saying to them, oh, take out, doing this and all that. Delusional, but you won't have people speaking out about it. And this is the thing. You won't have people actually, you got some people, but you don't have any people actually speaking about it. And this is the one thing I'm going to mainly do. I'm going to preach of the hypocrisy and that of Islam and the consequences of it. And I want to see if they're justified. I don't want to see if they're justified I want to see if they are justified, but I want to also show that how the Quran justifies it. There's a verse which in the Quran, I'm just trying to find something. There's a verse in the Quran which, says, you must treat people with, I think, respect or something like that. But they love to go to that verse. But the thing they don't point out is that if you continue, I don't perceive what verse it is, but they love to go to a certain verse where it says something nice for unbelievers, but then if you keep reading it, it only states if they become Muslim. So it's really not unbelievers at all. It only states if they become Muslim. And then it shows that, and this is what I mean, like, Islam's one of the most demonic, pedophilia, one of the most demonic, pedophilia, forced marriage, abusive religions in the world, I reckon, to be honest. I do reckon that. One in the world, I do reckon. And, and people, and this thing, people be like, oh, no, it's not. Be like, and be like, why? And be like, oh, you said anything nice, and look at you all over Muslim countries. Be like, no. Most Muslim countries are actually in war. Like, if you look at, I think I'm pretty sure saw it, but I think Afghanistan and Pakistan are at war now. You have Shia Muslims and, regimes killing each other. And that's what I mean. Like, it's not like Islam is just like, it's either you have them killing non-believers, molesting non-believers, torturing non-believers. This is women, children, men. Grooming non-believers, beheading non-believers, at war with non-believers, or at themselves. Like, look at the UK. They put millions of dollars protecting Muslims from Muslims. That's the crazy thing. It's like, if you're going to actually give them millions of dollars to protect themselves from themselves, it's not a religion of peace. And this is the thing, they Muslims claim it is, but it's a blunt lie. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. Muslims, it's not a religion of peace. It's all a lie. They're only doing that because the thing is that what Muslims try to do, they do it desperately, is that they try to make Islam look better than Christianity. And so what they're going to do is they're going to lie about their own Quran, lie about their own religion, which they do all the time, but also lie about Christianity. And that's what you go most of the Dawah guys do. The guys personally lie about it. Because they know that as soon as people find out about the Quran and find out what's happening in Muslim countries, they'll realize it's not a religion of peace at all. And so the two people who are unaware are the people who are the Palestinian weirdos or Palestinian people, or the media. That's the main thing. They are the main people who are actually delusional about the whole thing. And it's really sad because it's like, and most people also realize is that most of the cases aren't reported. And this is the thing about having the laws, about hate speech laws. When you have hate speech laws, the victims are too scared to speak out because it can go back on them. And that's exactly what Islam does. Islam puts the blame on the victim because that to try and cite them. And this is why when it comes to apostasy and that, they cite them and they lie about it because they don't want people to find out. It's like and this is what really annoys me. It's like if you have a religion which constantly lies about, which constantly lies about it, about what they do and all that and the consequences. Well, most Muslims be like, consequences for apostasy is death, but they'll put it like that it never really happens. It's not true. Well, apostasy is like one of the main deaths in Islamic countries, other than rape and that, but it's mainly that, or other than apostasy is the main death. If you speak about Christianity, we can't actually do it. It's like there's no grounds of us. I'm pretty sure killing. There's no grounds of us. If you leave Christianity in a Christian country, you're not going to be killed at all. At least I know of. And this is what I mean. It's like Muslims will beg you or make you go to Islamic countries to show how great it is. But they know, example, there was one where this lady was talking about laws about gay people and that. And the guy was just bluntly lying to her. I'm not joking. And so I put a comment there because it's like he's making it sound like you shouldn't, there's nothing wrong with it, Islamic countries. You're not going to be, killed or anything like that. It's simply about gay laws. And I want myself you are just as bad as a murderer or like because, but he well knows that the Quran is punishment of thing of being gay in some countries is death. Like being homosexual in some country, punishment is death. And I was shocked. And this thing, he's like a famous Dawah dude too. He gets a lot of people watching him. I want to do this is my thing also, I want to do mainly a whole video of mainly of lying. Because I'll go to the top tier, but then it's like, well, then the top tier is more authoritative than Allah's word. That, and then I'm going to bring this up here and up here. Now I'll just get into some of this, and then that. What job? I want a job so he doesn't despawn. And also I need bell. There's a bell, and the job. We'll do lever. Okay. Oh, here we go. We do bell here, and we do a lever maker here, and then we got to do like a torch or lantern. Probably. Yeah, I think that's good. We can do some like a stick here, maybe. All right, we'll do that. Doesn't have to be much detailed in. What am I doing? I can put up a couch now. Yeah, I forget sometimes that I have, actual furniture I can put in. There's a keep again. Put you right. One seat right there. No, right here with a wall there, and then we'll put a seat over here with a wall. Nope, there, perfect. Then we need to come here, and we need to do simple as seat here. We can do a seat there, a seat there, and a seat there with I don't know brick tables like that. I think would be nice. I'm just trying to find. I don't want to do much detail within the actual thing. I think that's nice, yeah. And then we can do like maybe where's the saddle? Saddle's probably gonna be a good idea for it. Saddle, saddle. And then we can get this, and we can do something like this, this, boom, boom, boom. I don't know why they don't do it today to put a actual I don't get why they don't put a thing where you can just put things down normally. The last thing I don't get is that why is it thing. So now we need actual light around here. We need light. So we're just going to get the same old strat with bone meal and that. So we're going to do one here, probably one there, a bit of bone meal glass in here. There we go. Okay. Now this here would be again all has to be coarse dirt. No, actually no. What am I doing? I want to make this more path dirt. The reason why I want to path is because I want. Because having a lot of coarse dirt here is just not going to look actually good, you know what I mean? So we're going to do this, and we need dirt. So we need shovel. Oops. So I'm going to do, as I said, I thought we were going to get the village done, that up there, but I think we're not. I think we're just going to build this building, and then we're going to probably just build that farm up there, and all this building here today. Next, we'll definitely do that there and that build thing up there, and we'll probably figure out something here as well before we think. Because I do want to put something there. I just gotta get this course started and do something like this to imitate. Then over here, gonna do something like this, bring it back here, like this, like that. I'm just gonna put a lot of grass. But back here, I'm definitely gonna put coarse dirt, and then we're going to put a ton of what do you call it thing. Oh, dude's there. Cool. Yeah, no. You move. I better not be hunting trying to get my horses again. Good. Do that. Let's go here. The other thing too, which I don't get, is that women are so deluded. Muslim women are actually very delusional. It kind of comes to the men. Very delusional. Like if you ask a woman, do you think that, or do you think it was part of Grim Gang and something like that? They'll deny it, but they truly think he's innocent. This is the most thing I don't get. It's not the brides, which they want to go back to ISIS, the ISIS brides, and then they want to come back to Australia, and I'm like, bro, I thing is, I don't. I would bring them back, but I would make certain things. One, I'll check the children and get them to do a lie detector test, and the wife. And if they do not denounce Islam, or if they want to kill, you know, first I'll make sure that the children are adopted to a different home. I will not allow the children to be around their mothers, and then the mothers, I'll see if they are going to dissent Islam, or if they're going to tell the truth. Because if they don't tell the truth and they say a lie about it, I'll just send them back. And I say to them, you have two choices. Um, you have two choices. You can tell the truth, and if you come back telling the truth or lying that you want to, if you want to kill and all that, we will put you in jail and put you in 2 years of terrorist, because that's what you will be are. And then your children will be disappear, and your children will be again checked. And if your children come back like that, we'll put them in a facility, and then they'll get a new home, depending on how old they are. If they're old enough where they're not going to change, or they won't have change, we'll put them in jail, or you can go back to ISIS. You have two choices. That's what I'll do. The point is, if you let them back, if you let these people back in, and women don't want to, women are coming back because they don't, they don't want nothing. This thing is, like, if they truly want to be brides, artist brides, and they wanted it so bad, and they, want it so bad, and they want to come back, it's two reasons why they want to come back. But if they come back and wanted to, think they would come back with their, they thing, or they want to come back because, well, no, that wouldn't make sense. I think the two main reasons why is that they're coming back because they regret, they regret it, um, or they want to come back because they hate it, or they could be very, because I'm not defending them, but the thing people don't realize is that these women could have been easily mistreated, and you wouldn't know because of the hijab. And this is why Muslim men love the hijab. Some Muslim men don't like women wearing it, but that's because they're westernized. Like there was one where this woman wear it because she didn't want to be heckled, because she was partly very beautiful. But I don't, but at the same time, it's like, um, one, what were you wearing? I'm not saying it's right. I don't think men should. I don't think men should, you know, heckle them in a rude way. Or if men like this thing, women don't realize is that you have made a man. A man has to go to a woman and accept that if he goes to her, he's going to be look. He can easily be looked at as a predator. No joke. And well, I agree. There's a difference between like if I see another bloke and he's coming up to me, I'm going to be ready just to defend myself. But I'm not going to be in the sense of, I'm going to treat him like that. But today it's completely different, man. A man could go up to a woman and a woman can instantly think that he's a predator and she's not safe. Any normal man. And that's what really pisses me off because the problem is the normal men are the ones being looked at as predators, but the predators aren't being looked at as predators. And that's the crazy thing about it. And that's really baffles me. It's like there's men out there who are predators, but you're bringing making the good men to be out to be predators, which I can never understand, which really baffles me. But the point I'm saying is that I didn't like what she's saying didn't really make sense. You can be heckled, but you can wear things. And if you are heckled to the point, just I just say, like if you're like there was one where this woman was walking in New York and then she can't have much time to York. But at the same time, it's like they like But what I'm trying to get is that today's men can't just go up to a woman and say to her, "You look beautiful today." Men can't do that unless in a supermarket. If the only generally a man could actually do it is probably in the supermarket without being off a predator. If a man did it in the street, um, instant predator. Um, so which really does hurt the men a lot. But that's just how men has to accept today. And so men, if they're in the street, men aren't going to go up to you and be like, "Oh, you look good today," or "You look beautiful today." And specifically if you're online, men aren't going to do that. Men will just whistle out. But if you're around a group of women or specifically around a bunch of men, other men, um, you know, and depending on how they grew up to, um, being whistled at most of the time isn't they're not doing this disrespect. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should go up to them and that, but majority of the time, which sadly, I'm not trying to be rude or mean, but which I still need to understand is that men are brought up differently. So most general men are keep it to themselves, or they don't really say it. Like, specifically me, when I see a woman, I wouldn't really, if she looks beautiful, I don't really say it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, most of the time I don't, because I really don't, not interested in discussion. But then you got men out there which are like, not like me. I don't specifically wear, but I'm an introvert, so I keep things in. Extroverts are completely opposite. When extroverts will either go up to you directly or generally whistle at you and instead. Um, so, and most men, well, I've seen what the thing which I saw is that, um, I saw that on the thing that a man went to a woman and he was trying to talk to her. And this is what pisses me off with the double standard. It really gives me shit. He was just trying to have a discussion and he said, you don't want to talk to me because I'm ugly. Um, and I'm like, myself, one, that's really sad saying about yourself, but two, just say to him, I don't really want discussion. I just don't have time. That's it. And if he keeps heckling you, yeah, do something. But go to a man and know what to do. So this guy has made him. This woman has made him look like a bad person. Reality is that he just wanted a discussion. You know, most of the time with men, if they don't want it, um, if they don't, if you say to them, oh, I don't want to, I'm not busy, um, they'll say, oh, okay. But if you're not going to give a thing and not talk to them as come on, it's just like, bro, you're the one being rude. This guy, and this is what really gave me crap is that there's so many things which, like, I say, if a woman went up to a man and talked to him and he didn't answer, he would be, he'll put off a very rude, right? Very rude. But if you go the opposite, as on the video, the guy is rude, but the woman's not for not talking to him. But if you do it's the opposite, the guy is rude for not talking to the woman. And then it was the one which really gave me the shits. This guy was doing pizza, and these ladies, three ladies, wouldn't leave him alone, and they kept kissing him on the cheek and that. But and then, but this guy was decided, and he kissed her with Paul on the cheek, and then he got arrested for sexual assault. It's like myself. You should not have done that, but it just shows a double standard. You know, he didn't even like touch it in a sexual way. He just ran around the shoulders and then did like he didn't touch it in any sort of sexual way. He did when you if you want me to understand, you go out, behind your mother, want to give a hug, and you put your hands around the shoulders and give I do with my mum and kiss her on the cheek, say I love you. That's what the guy did. Just he didn't say I love you. He just kissed her on the cheek, and that's it. But my man got arrested, and I'm like myself, okay. But then, the crazy thing happened is that if women do that, it's the complete opposite. And then if the man says stop and then calls the police, the man will be shunned for it. It's just it's like a double standard, which I can never understand why it's so easy. And the other thing too, which is another double standard, and this side thing has been supported, is that this woman was drunk and she tried to hit a man, and the man I feel I've told her this, but the man fully slapped her. And everyone's, well, oh, arrest him, but they didn't arrest the woman. But it was also the men saying arrest him. And I'm like myself, that's insane. Another thing too, the man didn't hit her full blast. It was a hard slap, but it wasn't a full. Well, if a man could definitely slap a woman and cause a nosebleed, very easily, trust, very easily, and for his size, very easily. But he didn't. But everyone there wanted to arrest the man, but the police didn't. But I want myself good on the police, but I'm like, that just shows a double standard. A woman, a man's expected to take a punch 6 times before even doing something. And then most of the time, it's like even that, even when he's waiting for 6 punches, majority of the time the man still gets blamed and shunned. And then, but when it comes to a woman, if a man hits a woman once and she hits back, or he does something, touches her, then he hits back, it's justified, which it is. But once a man does it, everyone's like, "Oh my goodness, how dare you? How dare you?" And it's sort of this thing where when I was at school, this woman hit a man, punched a man in the back of the head, so he sat, and then he flew in. But it wasn't like she kept annoying him, and then he fully, and then she fully punched him in the back of the head, and he snapped, and then it was just a full punch fight. And then the weird thing is that, well, I mean, there was like she probably got broken nose or something like that. It wasn't pretty. That's all I've got to say. I don't think fights are prettier, but I do think that if you're gonna, you know, snap, fight, do something like that, there is gonna be a snap. There, and I might myself, I was like, okay, but the two things that shocked me. But in that whole thing, I do agree that the men should defend themselves. But I do think that the men did it properly. He punched her, he assaulted her, but it was still in self-defense, and he did stop when she was on the ground. He did. I'm pretty sure. Remember, he did stop. And then there was this another drunk guy who joined in, but I don't think. I think he was in the wrong. Do think he was in the wrong. Definitely in the wrong. I do think that as soon as the person's down, you shouldn't do it. Depending what it is, if they're a pedophile or rapist, 100% go ahead. If they don't kill them, I don't give a shit. If I saw a guy going to kill someone, if I found that he was convicted of a sexual assault, no matter degree, and if the guy was going to, if he was on the ground and he wouldn't stop beating him, me personally, I wouldn't stop it. I wouldn't stop it at all. Simply, I wouldn't. I'd be like, you know what? God does say your thing is punishable, death in the Old Testament. He does say love your enemies, but at the same time, he doesn't say. Jesus says that it's better that a person is, better. Um, you know, person is better. Um, but thing is, I would stop it. Because I wouldn't know to find if he is. But if I knew someone's convicted of sexual assault at any degree to anyone, specifically anyone, any degree, I'm not going to step in. Generally, I'm not. I'm not going to step in at all. I'm just going to let it happen. It might be that's unloving. I do think that pedophiles don't deserve to live. Jesus said they didn't deserve to live. Jesus said that they're better off to be a napkin, better off to be tied a noose. But Jesus says that a noose is to be better tied around their neck and chucked in the river. So according to Jesus, if you see someone beating up a pedophile and killing them, and you know that, and they said we're going to kill you for what you did, if you're a Christian, if you stop it, I'm not gonna say you're wrong, but I'm not gonna say you're wrong just not stopping it. But if you know they're convicted and you know that there's so much proof that they did it, and if someone knows that they did it and you know that they did it, and then they decide to be I'm done killing him, um, um, I wouldn't. If you stop them, that's fine. It's up to you. But I wouldn't say you're not wrong for not stopping them. Oh my god, look what I've done, guys. I'm such an idiot. But yeah, I wouldn't say you're wrong for not stopping them. The law will say you're wrong, but again, the law is the law. You know, you should respect the law, but at the same time, you should. There's a certain degree where the law should be not be executed in that moment. But in my opinion, like, you know, well, I'm not saying go out kill pedophile. No, I'm saying that you don't need fair truly. I'm saying that if you see someone killing a pedophile, killing a rapist, my personal thing, I'm really not gonna, step in, you know. So, I'm not gonna step in, at all. I think those people don't deserve. I don't think those people deserve to leave. Being honest, um, and God also had that same view. Is even in the New Testament, he believed, even God said that there's certain people which should live on earth, and certain people not. And he just definitely describes like the Old Testament rapists put to death, um, and then um, specifically the go which one go to NIV, it's a bit different. Well, it's not different. It can be different in God's commands because it does say rape in the second commands. But if you go back to Hebrew language, even in NIV in Hebrew language, it doesn't say that. But it's what they say because it empathize in the serious a little bit. But the Hebrew and the Greek is clear that rapists should be put to death. Pedophiles should be put to death. Child abusers should be put to death. So if you are Christian and you're watching this, if you see someone being killed, um, pray for them, um, pray for them, but yeah, so pray for them. But if it comes to the point where it says pray for our enemies, pray for your enemies, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean don't do justice. Like this is the thing which people got to understand is that there's a certain extent that you should pray for someone. Yes. Um, but it doesn't take away from justice. Like if there's a pedophile and he hasn't repented, and someone kills him because he hasn't repented, they are justified in the Bible. Um, but if they have repented, for example, Deadwood, if he hasn't repented, if he didn't repent and someone killed him, it would be very justified in the Bible. Um, very justified. I wouldn't say killing them would be justified in terms of thing, but I would say that if you confront them about it, um, um, you, yeah, it's tricky because no, it would be justified because the act that they did, and someone killed them for that act would be justified. If they kill him for selfish reasons, no. But if they kill him for that specific act, yeah. So, example, if he didn't repent, um, at all, if he didn't repent and someone killed him, he would be, it would be justified in the law of in the eyes of the Bible. If I'm wrong, um, forgive me. Um, so, um, but if he did repent and someone killed him, it would be unjustified. Um, so next we're gonna bring this war. We again, it's not gonna be that big. We're gonna bring it from there to about there. It's probably as big as that. And then this year we're gonna do like a field there, and then we can do like something there. I'm kind glad that we didn't actually do a windmill. Now I'm thinking about, but yeah. So now I'm just gonna put a villager inside the thing. Villager. Yeah, so this will be it, these guys. This is or would be. So I hope you enjoyed it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you had some fun. I enjoyed watching. Are you going to go to bed? Are you being retarded? Bye bye. Anyway, let me kill him. I'm sick of it. Ugh, you're annoying. I'm going to put an A on this guy because I don't want him to despawn. Just in case. There you go. Good. Right, so this is done. So I thank you for you guys watching. We'll just have, a night vision, have some look. You know, it's always good to look at our photos. So, yeah, so this is actually really nice. But yeah, I thank you guys for watching. If you are watching, again, this is only the second village. We got 3 more villages of this, and then we got the main kingdom build. But what we do is we get a map, and we'll map out the villages. Um, we'll map out the villages on a thing, and we'll just put it somewhere. But we'll map it all out, and then we'll work out. We're gonna map it on the big thing, on the biggest map specifically. Um, and then once we do that, right, if I get the map, let me get a map. Oh no, anyway, let me get an empty map. Let me do this. Okay, I love this. It's so cool. But if we get, where's the paper? Where's the thing? Where's the thing? This, dude. We need this, and we need where's it? Where's the thing? This, and then we need. Well, no, we need like in a map. Then we need. Not me empty. Where is paper? Yeah. Now we're just gonna come here. Come here. I think you can do it. Let me. Wait. Yeah, we go. Okay. It's gonna take a bit because you do this. I'm gonna put that back against level 2. Um, Let me get level 4 because I think level 4 is not big enough for it. But what we can do is, okay, so we can follow the road, and this is why I love the path, because the path is going to help us get an idea of where we need to go. So we follow the path, and this is why I'm going to have the path, but we're going to use the path to work out what everything is. So this is already off the map. So we got 2 maps already. So I want to bring the next village is going to be up probably this way. If I'm going to be honest, probably this way, and then we'll put. So we're going to do a village in the top left. So this is. I really wish I did this before, but we can still do it. If we put like the villages, if we put the 3 villages, the other 3 villages in this region, or at least 2 more, and then the other one in the other map region, which we got to actually work out again, because I realize we've done. So we need another lake in the map. Just the map in general. So we need to follow this and go out, and then from there we can work out. Because I'm concerned is where this is, because if it's in this map on the left one to the other village, I now know the boundaries. But yeah, we'll probably all this is going to be changed. Well, painter, all of it, as I said, all of it's going to be changed. So it's going to take a bit of work, but that's fine. We could not. We could just leave it. But I don't think we're going to do that. Okay, so we've got to a new area. So let me put this down and get this good. And we're going to do boom, boom, boom. And then follow the path. See where this goes. If I'm correct, I think it's going more up. Right. Go here. Going across this bridge. Going like this. Going like this. Yeah. So they're not that far actually. But yeah, I'll probably make once we get the next first kingdom done, we're going to again get a world paint and get the actual thing and change the actual um thing over the actual what do you call it? Um, we could probably change a lot of things like the bridges and that, but the main point we're gonna definitely change over most of the mountains, the trees, and we're gonna change so completely. It's gonna be that's a big okay. So we got this one here, which is just outside the actual map itself. Okay. So that's good to know. What we're gonna do is we will I forgot this is the different pathway style, which I'll fix up when we anyway. So this is outside again. Okay, so what we'll do is if we can make I've got a really good idea. If you look at these maps, right, we get say this real quick. Get these maps real quick and put them on to say here, that there, and then we go there and do that. Right? If we make this, if we do it like this, for the next one down in here, do like a village, some up here, and then do one down here, two here, two. If we got two in here, one there, we need three more. Do one there, two in this area. So we do maybe one up here, or one there. Maybe we do two in this somewhere area here. So make it go out here, one there, and then make one there, and do one there. And then we can make the middle. Oh, that's still in the background. Hold on. If we do this, because I feel what we're going to do, guys. I know I've got a really good idea. So, if we get this and do one there, oh, one there, and one down here, and bring it back up there, we can put the kingdom right in here. Or we could do it here somewhere. Probably. Yeah, because you can see where, yeah. So that's what we do. No, we can technically do a village up here. We can do the kingdom up here, a village up here, and then a village down there and there. Or a king up here, a village in here, so that's two villages, three here, four. Yeah, so we bring a village out here, that's three villages. We have a village in here, put the kingdom here, put a village outside the kingdom. So one village here, kingdom here, village in here. So that's one. We got so one, two, village here. That's three. Kingdom here. That's kingdom. So we got three villages. Then we can put one up here and one here. So we got another village in here, another village down here, another village up here, and a kingdom up there. There's always a village in there. So that's what we can do, guys. So as said, thank you for watching. And I'll no stop. You know what that. So, and I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. But yeah, next we'll do that. We've got a bit of what to do. But thank you for watching. Cheers.